With the news update on WHTC Holland's Cool FM, I'm Gary Stevens. The ongoing saga of the J.H. Campbell Power Plant continues. This past Friday, the U.S. Department of Energy issued another emergency order for keeping the coal-fired facility between Holland and Grand Haven open. The sixth consecutive 90-day action since Consumers Energy had planned to close the plant in May of 2025 in order to help comply with state green energy mandate set for 2030. Will keep operations ongoing through November 14th. State Attorney General Dana Nessel, speaking on behalf of the Whitmer administration, continues to contest the DOE on this matter, claiming that the Campbell plant is aging and obsolete. State Senate Minority Whip Roger Victory of Hudsonville, in whose district the facility lies, has a different take on all this.
Many of these coal power plants need to be decommissioned, but this was one of the cleanest operating plants in the portfolio in the United States. By keeping this open, offering baseline power before we make some more transition, possibly to some more natural gas power plants. And it's critical to keep this type of infrastructure going for a period of time. Ultimately, it has to be decommissioned and taken offline. But at this point in time, it's premature.
Consumers Energy has claimed costs of over $300 million due to the DOE's ongoing emergency orders. A proposed housing project for downtown Fenville is getting a financial boost. Yesterday, the Allegan County Community Foundation announced the awarding of a $50,000 impact loan for supporting an 8-home development by Jubilee Ministries. 6 2-bedroom and 2 3-bedroom townhomes are slated off of West Fenville Street for households earning between 80 and 120% of the area median income. Chris Kleinjans, Director of Strategic Initiatives for the ACCF, says that such impact loans, offered at about half of the current prime interest rate, aims to cut into housing shortages that afflicts communities nationwide.
What an impact investment allows a developer to do is bring a project to market cheaper, which reduces the sale price, which makes that house, condo, duplex, whatever, more affordable for the residents.
Jubilee Ministries officials say that they had closed on the property for this project last month, looking to finalize a site plan, continue to seek a $400,000 State Housing Development Authority grant, and are continuing a $200,000 fundraising effort. Any hopes of gas prices falling before $4 a gallon before Labor Day may be dashed. AAA's daily canvassing of stations as of dawn this morning revealed per-gallon averages of $4.23 in Michigan and $4.07 nationwide. The state's means is a couple of pennies less than yesterday, but 11 cents higher than a week ago, 7 cents more than last month, and $1.11 above what was seen on marquees at this time in 2025. Adrian Woodland with the Auto Club Group in Dearborn, who does keep track of these numbers on a weekly basis, didn't sound too optimistic of any rate cuts coming soon.
It's certainly hard to predict. I mean, crude oil prices have been very volatile for months. One of the things that will typically happen ahead of Labor Day is we'll see an increase in demand as folks fill up and head to kind of go out on that last official weekend trip of the summer.
Along the Lakeshore, Ottawa County's average of $4.20 is 2 pennies below that of neighboring Allegan County, 8 cents less than Kent County, but a penny above that of Muskegon County. The Kalamazoo City Commission has approved a 1-year moratorium on the development of data centers, cryptocurrency mining centers, battery energy storage systems, and artificial intelligence data centers.
The goal is to get the zoning amendments rewritten within a year, but it may be shorter or longer depending on how much work it takes. City Attorney Aaron Leal says it'll be a violation of the State Zoning Enabling Act for the city to impose an outright ban on the facilities, such as one commissioner suggested. Moratorium resolution is now going to the city's planning commission for their review and recommendation. It'll return to the city commission for final approval. I'm Michael Arney.
City of Grand Rapids holding its annual Clean Slate GR Expungement Fair on Saturday, helping eligible residents get their criminal records cleared. It will be from 10:30 a.m. until 4 p.m. at the MLK Community Center. Attorneys and volunteers will be available to help people file for expungement on site for free. Michigan's Clean Slate laws allows people to apply to get their criminal records wiped out, and Grand Rapids has helped over 1,000 people apply for expungement in prior community events over the past 5 years. 4 Comstock Township Board of Trustees members have resigned since Friday, leaving the board without a quorum.
Township Supervisor Ben Martin says trustee Bob Pratt resigned yesterday. That follows Christy Cherry, Terrence McIver, and Nicole Beauchamp, who all stepped down Friday. Both Pratt and Cherry were being recalled in the November election. Martin, Treasurer Sandra Bloomfield, and Trustee Jerry Emmis are the only ones still on the board. Their meeting last night was canceled as a result. The Kalamazoo County Election Commission will appoint a temporary 4th trustee today. I'm Michael Arning.
Evergreen Cemetery, the oldest public cemetery in Muskegon, has been vandalized. The city had crews on scene yesterday to secure the gate to the Hackley Mausoleum, which had been bent by suspects apparently trying to steal it due to it being solid brass. Community Engagement Director Deborah Sweet says police are investigating the damage, including spray paint and paintball splatter. Evergreen has around 4,000 graves, nearly 1,000 of those from the 1800s. There's a chance 10 and 18 Gull Lake High School varsity football players be on the field this fall, playing for Parchman High School.
The Gull Lake Community Schools Board approving an emergency co-op to let the Blue Devils play for Parchman with their season canceled due to an assault investigation by Michigan State Police. Michigan High School Athletic Association needs to approve the agreement. Parchman High School Athletic Director Brendan Davis hopes to hear from the MHSAA by tomorrow. Several Gull Lake football players are accused of assault at a football camp in Oceana County in June. I'm Michael Arning.
Life EMS expanding its operations in Muskegon County. The expansion beginning today will allow for more ambulances to be available in the city of Norton Shores, as well as Fruitport Township, Sullivan Township, and the city of Roosevelt. Life EMS officials say its ambulances will be strategically stationed throughout the county to allow for quicker response times. Comes after Life EMS recently expanded its services in Ottawa County. Election integrity continues to be an issue with 11 weeks to go before the November 3rd general election. Democrats held the town hall meeting in Ann Arbor last night to discuss voting, election security, absentee ballots, voter eligibility, and more. Michigan Deputy Secretary of State Agogo Eve told people they can trust the election results, saying they are constantly working to prevent non-eligible people from voting.
And we do regular audits of that process throughout the year. Then after the election, of course, we also do another audit to make sure that ineligible people are not registered to vote. So it's a very detailed process to ensure that people don't make it through.
Attorney General Dana Nessel announced charges last week against 5 non-U.S. citizens who did cast a ballot in the November 2024 general election. Congresswoman Debbie Dingell of Dearborn claims election workers are trained on how to respond to someone who is not eligible to vote trying to cast a ballot.
And if an incident occurs, the clerks are working with volunteers at all the poll sites to immediately call law enforcement.
President Trump has called repeatedly for an FBI investigation into Michigan election officials. The ex-wife of Missaugee County mass shooter Chad Hickman is blaming the county's court system for him killing 5 people along with himself on Friday. Katie Hickman told the Detroit Free Press that the county should be held accountable for what's going on, saying every death falls on the Missaugee County prosecutor who had released the suspect and let him off all the charges after he purportedly raped, tormented, and almost killed her, along with 15 years of abuse. Hickman says the county was warned something such as this was coming, and they had let it happen. A 22-year-old Michigan State University student from Rockford was killed in a crash Saturday in Virginia. State police there say Preston Kortkowski died shortly before 4 a.m. when he hit a disabled semi that had pulled over to the right shoulder on northbound I-95 from behind. Kortkowski was the captain of the MSU club hockey team and had played for the club for the past 4 seasons. A 21-year-old Lansing man is facing 5 felony charges for allegedly shooting a couple of people with the same bullet earlier this month in Martini Township. Gerald Griffin was arrested in the Lansing area late last week by state police. He is charged with 2 counts of assault with intent to do great bodily harm less than murder and weapons counts. He fired a shot on August 7th in an altercation with 2 other men. A 41-year-old was shot in the shoulder. The bullet also went into a 19-year-old man's abdomen. Both victims are expected to recover. Michigan State University is staying in-state for a new athletic director, as Western Michigan University athletic director Dan Bartholomew is making the move from Kalamazoo to East Lansing. The 46-year-old replaces Jay Batt, who had left East Lansing for the AD position at Kentucky earlier this summer. Bartholomew is considered a master fundraiser, helped the Broncos rake in nearly $22 million during the past school year, and he oversaw a national championship in men's hockey and a Mid-American Conference title in football. Flags across Michigan are lowered to half-staff today in honor of a fallen firefighter. In January, 47-year-old Patrick Trout died from injuries sustained while on duty in Detroit. Mr. Trout was not only a firefighter but also served in the National Guard and Army Reserves. Governor Whitmer ordered all U.S. and Michigan flags within the state capitol complex and upon all public buildings and grounds across the state to be lowered to half-staff to honor Mr. Trout. Kevin McGonigal slugged a 2-run homer.
The pitch. Fly ball, deep right field, way back and right, gone! Oh, did Kevin McGonigal need that? He got a pitch over the middle of the plate after that challenge ball one, and he did not miss the cutter.
And fellow rookies Brett Callahan and Ha-Yu Lee each added a pair of RBI as the Detroit Tigers topped the Pirates in Pittsburgh last night 8-5. The series at PNC Park continues this evening with coverage from Dan Dickerson at 6:15 p.m. on WHTC Holland's Cool FM. Pete Crow Armstrong hit the first pitch in the bottom of the first inning for a homer, and hit the last pitch in the bottom of the 10th frame for a winning two-run blast as the Cubs beat the visiting White Sox last night 7-5.
That was my first career walk-off homer, so that's fun to note. Yeah, I love these games because, that's not always going to happen, but when it does, it's nice to appreciate the stuff that went right.
The series at Wrigley Field in Chicago continues this evening. Idle last night, the West Michigan Whitecaps meet the Cubs in South Bend this evening. Get the latest news anytime at WHTC.com.